Hello again, I'm back. I'd forgotten how much fun making these videos actually was. So I thought, as soon as we've got some time, we're all in lockdown, let's make a second one today. So we have visited the early to mid 80s with the housemaid. Shown there it is. The video is currently processing, so it'll be uploaded soon. How about we go to the 90s. Now this one is slightly different than normal. This is actually the first time I've used this particular machine. It's been sat in the dining room for 6 months or so. I haven't used it, I haven't turned it on, I've barely looked at it. So this video is like the virgin look, if you like. So the machine we're looking at now is the 1994 Electrolux 4x4. I've always loved these cleaners. They were Electrolux's luxury line back in the 90s. I think they came out in 92 if memory serves. They weren't around for long. They were big, heavy, expensive cleaners. Quite advanced for their time. They used the sonar remote control system here to vary the machine's power levels. So what we've got here actually on the lights, we've got a bag full light there, we've got minimum power, automatic power control, maximum power and boost. So those are the options we have, and these are controlled by the remote control handle. What we have is a massive power switch. It is absolutely huge. What else have we got here? We've got the cable rewind, which is like, I can't remember if that's done on a ratchet or not, or if it's broken. I honestly can't remember. It's been so long since I've actually looked at one of these, but that doesn't seem to be working, so the cable just runs back in. Oh well, never mind. So let's have a look further on the cleaner. So the reason it was called 4x4, it's ridiculous, is that it has 4 rotating casters on it. So Miele did this as well. They had machines with multi-casters on, but Electrolux decided to name an entire range after 4 swivel wheels, which is very odd. There's numerous compartments in it, so you have this compartment underneath here, so they can push that down like so. This opens up to reveal like a storage area, and you can put your spare bags in there. Ooh, God, it's quite dusty. There's a new bag. And the ratings plate is up here. It's hidden when you close the flap. God, it's a massive piece of plastic. Look at it. Got all this moulding on it and everything. So this machine is the 26th week of 1994, which makes it quite late in the run. I don't think they went on much further past 94. They did go into 95, but they were dying out by then. If we continue to have a look here, so we've got numerous compartments here. So if you lift this one up, actually you lift it here, because it's a multi-lift lid. So you lift this one up, like so, and then you have access to the microfilter, which is here. I've only got one tool. I've got a very shitty aftermarket crevice tool. Not great, never mind. You close that down, and then if you lift here, that gets you into the bag compartment. So there's the bag there, and a great big pre-motor filter here at the back. God. So that's like the machine itself, and if we have a look at the tools, let's have a look at the hose in a minute. So here's the hose. So it's a remote control hose. Battery powered, as Lux always used to use. Hoover always used to put the wires through the hoses, which made them really heavy and hard to use. And also as well, whenever the hose split, and they always used to, like on Sensatronic, the hoses would split at the end, they'd split in the middle, and then you were knackered. You needed a complete new hose because of how the wires were attached into the bent end and the machine end fittings. Lux's idea is much simpler. So you have this panel which you can actually take out of the hose, out of the handle rather, and it has transmitters here. These two little knobs here are transmitters, and what they do is when you press the buttons and the button options you have, they're quite worn on this one. You have boost, min, max, automatic and off, so these control what the machine does. When you press the button, these little, they're almost like LEDs, but they aren't LEDs. I'm not entirely sure what they are. They fire pulses up from the handle. You see it's at an angle like that. It fires it up, it hits your ceiling, and then bounces back down to the vacuum cleaner. So the machine receives the signal from the hose. It's actually really clever. It's a really, really clever way of doing it. It's much more advanced than Hoover's method, which was essentially hardwired in. It wasn't really remote because it was all part of the same circuit. But yeah, a very clever idea. I actually used one of these panels once on a bench vac I had, and I created a sort of remote control that was on the wall. So the bench vac was hidden away underneath the bench. There was a receiver next to the machine itself, which I made, actually using the electronics from a Harmony, I think. And then you could press the button on the wall and control the bench vac. It was pointless, but I was bored, so I made it. And then finally, I know we have a problem here. This is the floor tool that came with the 4x4. As you can see, it's quite dirty. I've done nothing with this at all. I haven't even turned it on. So this is all fresh for us now. But I do know that there's a problem here with the swivel neck joint. This doesn't go up as far as it should. So if you look at the angle there, you imagine you're vacuuming at a very low angle. It doesn't go up any further than that, probably a centimetre. So it's going to be a bit tricky to use, but we'll give it a go. Hopefully the machine works. I think it does. My friend James that I bought it off, he said it was fine, it was working, but there was a problem with the floor tool. So let's go and plug it in and do some vacuuming with it. Right, let's get this cleaner set up first of all. Let's get the hose in. There we go. I must say it's nice and easy to get going with. Get that on, and then attach the cleaner head. Extend that out. So let's see. Oh yeah, it is. It has to be really extended very far in order to be able to keep the floor tool flat on the carpet, because otherwise it just comes up like that. Okay, right, well, we'll give it a go, see what happens. Let's plug it in. Okay, nothing happening yet. Let's turn it on. Oh, we've got a red light on. That's a good start. So it's on boost. I'll show you the handle. Let's see if it actually works. Oh, we've got life. Oh, it does work. Hey, that's cool. Turn it off. There we go. Turn it to automatic. So that's on auto mode now. God, I will say it's incredibly powerful. Press boost. Oh, it's flashing red. Guess that means you'll have boost for a certain amount of time. And then it should... Oh, there we go. Let's return to auto mode. Right, so I'll get the camera set up and then we'll actually do some vacuuming with it. let's try picking up some bigger dirt. I have a nasty feeling that this is going to just snow plough everywhere, but we'll see. Right, we've got some dirt on the floor now. Let's see if we can pick it up. It does actually work quite well. I'm really surprised. I thought that would just snowplough through and just pile up in front of the head, but it didn't. I'm really quite surprised. It is really hard to use though. It's so powerful, especially on this carpet. It just sticks itself to it. Very, very difficult. Oh, there's a couple of bits left there. Hang on. There we go. Just pick those bits up. Yeah, so it works. The 4x4 works. I'm not entirely sure that the automatic feature is functioning properly, so I'm probably going to have a look at that. But yeah, there we go. For first look, first try, it's okay. A couple of things to do. I suppose I better crack on with them. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.